You got more. Come on, buddy. This fucking guy.
There's so little left.
So no. You're nowhere near as high as I am. No. You're way higher than I'm. Way higher than you. Keep going. Welcome to Bacon's My Podcast.
That is not.
Where
that's
we are
bullshit.
Where we are brought to. What the fuck?
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
I'm both of us right there.
We are
Look at
brought
this.
to you
Look how
by
even we are.
Pod decks. Grill your ass off. Drink Wild Bills. And our awesome new people at Mythical Beards. Mythical Beards, if they're good enough for Mick Foley, they're fucking good enough for me.
Wearing
He's
it right
got a
now.
Majestic, yeah.
Wearing it right now.
I smell it.
Very minty.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've got the Dracula, so I smell like an old time barbershop, and it smells fantastic.
I've got the Foley one on my beard right now. I can't remember what it's called. It's
Foley Yeti.
Foley Yeti, yeah, Foley Yeti, and I've got the Kraken as
But
my
also-
solid cologne.
Have a nice beard.
Have a nice beard. Yo, if you want to know the most up-to-date promo codes and percent off and deals and everything that we have, go to baconsmypodcast.com, jump over to our sponsor page, and that's going to give you the most updated stuff. We're always trying to get better deals from all these people.
Yeah.
And so rather than give it all to you up front right here, it can change at any time. So jump over to our site, baconsmypodcast.com. Check out the sponsors page, and you will get the most up-to-date information forever. But we also have...
Manscaped, keep your balls fucking shiny.
Yes. Shave that beanbag. Also, shave those jowls.
The jowls.
Now that they're doing some facials.
What?
Right? They're doing the facials now.
Oh. I thought you meant something different.
Oh, yeah. Right? Isn't that all right?
Sure.
Is that not what they're doing, the facials?
No, they're doing face stuff.
Face stuff.
Yeah, it sounds even worse.
Get with
worse.
Manscaped to do your face stuff.
Do your face stuff and your ball stuff.
And your butt stuff.
And your butt stuff, yeah.
And your chesticles.
I can't, dude, we talk about this all the time. But, dude, grab a pack of that. Grab a pack right there.
I will.
We got a pack at all times on our person.
If you're watching.
I can't tell
Crop
you
mops.
enough.
Best thing.
Crop mops,
best
thing ever.
Best thing ever.
Go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD, get 20% off and free shipping.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Honestly, best thing ever.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
we got some pizza on the grill.
I'm very excited for that. That's
Me
why
too.
we're doing this kind of fast.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this kind of fast.
Doing it
'cause we
kind of
got
fast.
Pizza on the grill.
But today we have an awesome artist.
Yeah.
Michelle from the band Kasper.
Casper with a K.
With a K. Kasper NY if you're looking for them on Spotify. But
Yep. Or the website, CasperNY.com.
we have some really great discussions about her process and how she
Yeah, she does everything. She's played for a million bands.
including our buddies in
Highwind.
Highwind.
Yep. She is a songwriter. She is a music teacher. She's into theory. We get into a little bit of that, but we talk a lot about Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really what everybody wants to talk about, right?
Indeed. So find out her ideas about Taco Bell, what the perfect order is, and what that order says about you.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. I want to get into that a little bit more in the next episode we have
agree.
with her.
I agree.
But we should probably get into that.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Now.
Give us that sweet buttery tone.
Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody!
Solid.
No. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast, where today we're hanging out with lead singer, guitar player, a little bit of everything for the band Kasper. Michelle, what's going on?
Hey guys, what's up? How are you?
No, we're good.
We're doing that part where we pretend that
we pretend that it's a different
left
day
from before, and then it's a
I
different
know.
day.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't that great? Isn't that
You
awesome?
always have to like
Just
put that
tuning
on,
in.
like, hey, yeah.
If you're just tuning into this show, you missed What's Your Bacon and 7 Questions. Go back and check it out because it was super fun and we had a good time.
And now it's available on your feed like the episode just prior.
Right. Yeah. So you can check it out right away. But yeah, like Mike was saying, you are a singer, you are a songwriter, you are a guitar player, you are also a bass player. You play piano. You're also a music teacher. You also do sound. You also tour with other bands playing instruments for other people. What don't you do? What are you learning now that you haven't done yet? What's the new thing?
What don't I do? What am I learning? Oh, I'm actually taking a real estate course.
Nice.
So I'm
Really?
learning about that because I want to buy a house.
That's awesome.
Music wise, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit of a band whore. I go around from band to band. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this band. I'm gonna play with this band. I'm gonna play with that one. I'm gonna play with that one. So it gets a little bit confusing. Even some of my friends are like, wait, which band are you playing with right now? Like what show is coming up? So yeah, I do a little bit of everything. But outside of music right now, yeah, I'm trying to get my real estate license in New York because I want to sell some houses and I want to buy a house and I want to be informed.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I was through buying a house. I ended up getting my my home inspector license for a little while.
Oh.
Because I had to. Long story short is we tried to buy one house, ended up falling through. Hired the same guy, and I have a background in building materials and stuff like that. And my wife Jen's just like, you could probably do that. Like you kind of know a decent amount. Like you could probably do that. So I ended up doing it for a little while, and then I couldn't do it anymore. Just couldn't.
Yeah, there's so many areas of that industry. Like it's wild. Just from like taking that information in from my course, I'm like, I had no idea that there were like so many aspects within real estate that you can work in. You can do appraisals, you can do home inspections, like
Oh yeah,
so many different things.
surveying.
Yeah.
It's a whole other thing. Just so you know, if you're looking to do real estate, a great mentor who you should definitely, just watch his work, Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. He's a great real estate agent. Definitely check that out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But one of the other things too is when we first started like seeing each other on social media and stuff, when Abby pitched us, I didn't know that you actually play with our buddies in Highwind. You play guitar for them.
Yeah. So right now I'm taking a little step back from the band, from Highwind, but they're fantastic. Chris and Dan are great, super talented, love the music, like they're awesome. And I'm doing a little bit more of like Kasper stuff right now, gearing up for the next single. And then also I have an emo and pop punk cover band, which like is so much fun. And I get a little bit of shit.
That's when you play bass for, right?
Yeah. And like I get a little shit for it too, like from some of like my like more like DIY, like you have to do originals friends.
Right.
But like it is so much fun to just like kick it and like play songs that I grew up on. Like right before this, I was playing Miss Murder by AFI, like because we're playing that this weekend. And I'm like just getting the bass line down, and it is so much fun. So taking a little bit of a step back from Highwind for the moment, but they're fantastic. And it's hard because like I like a bunch of different genres and I like doing a lot of different things. I like playing bass, but I like playing guitar and I like singing. I like teaching. I like doing live sound. So I kind of have my foot in a lot of different areas right now. But I would say probably the pop punk cover band and Kasper are like my main things right now. So I'm trying to put focus on that.
It was interesting. Like when I first checked out, like he had told me that you toured with Highwind, and at first I didn't realize that you played in the band as well. I thought you were a band that toured with Highwind at first, and then when I checked you out and checked out your music, I was like, oh, cool. And then I was like, okay, so she played guitar in Highwind. And then the more I started looking, I was like, oh man, like she's been doing shit nonstop since like at least as far back as I could find, like all the way back to like 2013.
Yeah, man.
Is where I started seeing things. And it's like
archive a lot of stuff. No one wants to see it.
I'm sure, but it's like you have singles out under your own name. You have all this touring experience with different bands. You have all this experience, like doing so many things. What so many people get into music, and when their first idea is like, I want to make a career in music, their idea is I need to put a band together and I need to put all my eggs in that basket and I need to really kind of focus on that and force that forward. What was it that kind of like opened you up to being like, I want to have my hand in a million different things? And what is it that, how do you stay focused and how do you stay driven when you are spreading yourself out like that?
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, music is like my entire personality.
Mhm.
Like, so like when I meet new people and they'll try and talk about, I don't know, a very normal topic, like, oh, did you watch such and such a show? I'm like, no, I didn't. And I probably won't, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just, when I have free time, I like to do music stuff. And I often like kind of have this little conversation in my head, like, what is that saying? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and I don't want to fall into that type of a situation. But I think I've just been like around a lot of music people ever since I was like a teenager. And there's always just something going on. Like either one of my friends' bands are playing, or hey, can you run sound for such and such a show? Or like someone needs a fill-in, or like whatever. And it just kind of like this domino effect ever since I was a teenager. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. I think now I just have to be like more cognizant of how I'm spending my time on each of the projects.
Mhm.
Because like at the end of the day, like my heart and soul is with Kasper. Like that's 100% me.
Right.
Creatively, and I do have friends that like fill out the band and give some input, but all the songs are me, like 100% authentic, and the material that I want to put out and the things that I want to say. So I think at the end of the day, like Kasper is my baby.
Mhm.
But I love so many genres. Like I was telling my friends the other day, I was like, I would love to be in a metalcore band. Like that'd be so much fun. Do I have time and effort to put into that? Probably not. But like,
Right.
I don't know, if I had a chance to like fill in with one of my friends' bands for like a couple shows, I would so do that and I would eat it up.
If it was, would that be the genre? Like if you could pick one other genre that like, people might expect it depending on your music styles and what you like and what you've done. But like, is that the style that you would kind of go, oh yeah, that's a thing I would like to just dip my toe in and do? Like for me, I would love to be in a funk band for a little bit. It would my
like,
soul would be full.
I feel like
if I got to play in a funk band.
I feel like you ride that with Crash Transit.
I do it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm also in two bands, and one of them we ride that. We're a rock band. We ride the funk every now and then.
Yeah.
And I just love it. You know, like it's just one of those things that like I think my mom was listening to it when I was in the womb, and it was like I grew up on that thing. So for me, it would be like a funk thing. Is metalcore like you're like, oh yeah, if I could put a foot in something for a while, I would just do that just for the experience and just to do it for the fun.
Oh, for sure. And I think I would have so much to learn from it too. Like even just the instruments being tuned down, like if it's anything more than drop D or like E flat standard, like I don't really play, and I don't play any heavier than that. Like even if I was going to do like a 7-string guitar, like I've played 7 strings before. Do I own one? No. But like, I think that would just push me, you know, as
when
a
you play
player.
7-string, does it like make your head hurt? Cause it didn't.
Okay, so I'm a huge music theory nerd. Like I have to see shapes. I have to see like chord progressions. I have to think about what key I'm in. Like, I don't know. It just all makes sense to me. I have to think about it in a theory way. So whenever I have played like my friend's 7 strings just for shits, I really have to think. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's almost uncomfortable. And then they'll just play it and they'll just go do, and I'm like,
yeah, I feel like my
even
root's
thinking?
always moving.
I
feel like I'm like, where am I? Hold on. So like, nothing makes sense when I look at it.
For my last music project, I wanted to get into lower tunings and stuff, so I bought a 7-string. I had a 7-string for a long time. I ended up getting a baritone.
Mhm.
It changed the game for me because I was like, all right, I want to do lower tunings and stuff like that.
Right.
The 7th string, like you said, as soon as that 7th string is there, it's like, how
Right.
do I do this? But
Yeah.
popping, like writing everything in 7 string and then popping back to a baritone, selling the 7 string for another baritone was like, oh, I'm comfortable again.
Well, you never use the high E anyway.
No. No.
Who
There's
needs
no
a high
reason.
E?
That's not part of your.
I mean, if I could, I should probably buy a 4-string guitar. Let's be honest here.
They make those.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Make
what
those.
strings? What strings?
All the
Right.
low ones.
Right.
All
Okay.
the low ones.
So
Yeah.
so you don't need B or E. We're out of here.
Yeah.
No beery. No beery for him.
Right.
Okay.
I do MIDI for B&E.
Right.
That's all. But
Hey,
yeah,
whatever makes.
if you
whatever
want to
makes
play,
music.
what I was going to say is if you want to play with lower tunings and stuff like that, go for a baritone.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the scale is a little bit bigger. I know Ernie Ball just put something out. They actually just put out like a short scale baritone guitar.
Mhm.
The guitar player of Point North uses it on their new music. But yeah, if you ever wanted to experiment with that, baritone's the way to go.
I got
Yeah.
a quad cortex, so I can hit a button and I'm in baritone, and it's great.
I feel
you-
like where I am in Rockland, like in Rockland and Bergen, there's like so many metal bands. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have, like the handful of like, I don't know, pop artists, and then there's just like a big gap, and there's a ton of metal bands. There's like not a lot in between, so I'm like around a lot of metal bands, and like even a couple weeks ago, I was just like at this show, and this like mutual through the scene says to me like oh, like don't you listen to metal? And I was like, I mean, like I do, but I'm just like, I don't know, that's not really exactly me, but I love metalcore. Like it'd be super cool
Right.
to be in a metalcore band, but I'm around it all the time. But I think like really more pop punk and like pop rock is kind of more my vein, I would say.
Right.
Like more like Avril Lavigne type of stuff. That
I feel
that gets me going.
I feel like that genre is finally kind of coming up because, you know, especially a few years back when we used to play together. I mean, even at my heavier stuff,
Mhm.
it was just not heavy enough to be metalcore.
Right.
And then we were heavier than you guys, but you guys were too
Everybody's-
hard
Everybody's
for.
heavier than us
Well, no, you guys were too hard for,
for pop
Pop
punk.
punk.
Yeah.
and it was like that weird. I get.
We're
I
the
get that.
sore. We're the sore thumb of every scene.
We are the absolute sore thumb I've ever seen. We are.
Like, what show do we want to put you on? You're not poppy enough for pop punk. You're not heavy enough for a metalcore show. And
Right.
It's like, come on, man.
Well, that's why we're here now.
That's why we do a podcast.
Here we are.
But I mean, so do you guys like as Kasper? How many shows have you guys played so far?
I've played 0 shows as Kasper.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
0 shows as Kasper. And unlike my other projects, I think I want to keep it that way until I like have a reason to play a
Right.
show.
No, that makes sense.
That's
There's-
absolutely where I'm at.
Yeah.
There's this kid based out of Pomona. I've known him for like 10 years. Like we met playing at a show. He used to be in a metal band. So funny. And like I was playing in an all-girl pop band at the time. I don't know how we were put on the same show. But I've known him for like 10 years. His name is Avi Turner. He's based in Rockland too. And he has this band called Sad Heroes. And they've never played a show. They're just an internet band. And like they've like fans and huge numbers. And like the music's doing really, really well. And I think I kind of want to take some inspiration from him and his project. Like they're doing awesome. And they've never
Hey, it
played a
makes lot of
show yet.
sense. It makes a lot of sense. You play a show, you can reach however many people can fit in that club. And can you reach them? You can reach about 10% of them if you're really, really lucky. And you get
Right.
1% of those that are going to follow you. You play online, you put something out, you potentially could reach millions of people.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. So that's the approach I want to take with Kasper.
Mhm.
Like the internet has an infinite number of people you can reach. So when the time is right, I will do a Kasper show, and I want it to be special. I want it to make sense, but I'm
Nice.
like not gonna rush. You know, like I'll
So-
play with my cover bands and stuff for now.
Yeah. So from like from being in bands and always doing DIY stuff, that kind of thing, and being around a lot of DIY metal and whatnot. You're taking this online approach. What is your approach for like marketing? What is your approach for putting yourself out
release
there?
schedule,
release
all that.
scheduling.
Yeah, what's the idea there?
Can I tell you guys? It's actually really scary for me.
Okay.
I feel like I've always had other people by my side. I've always been in a band. But now that it's just me, it's like really tricky. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
It's hard. I'm just figuring it out as I go. And I just want it to be authentic. That's it. If I like create a TikTok or something and I think it is stupid and it's not me, then I don't want to put it up. I don't want to do some stupid TikTok dance or whatever.
Right.
I just like
I get it.
I'm like real people that I know in real life are gonna see this. Like no, I can't be doing something crazy. But yeah, I think my approach, I just want to keep it authentic as much as I can.
What
and they're like, what's that?
No, go ahead, finish.
There are totally days where like I don't want to post. I don't want to get on socials. It's just draining, you know?
Oh yeah.
I really just want to make sure that the music is doing the talking. Like I put out Dark Clouds and then like I kind of went into a depression for like 2 months and I'm like and that stinks.
You would think that putting out a song like that would relieve you of some.
And
you know
it
what I mean?
It did.
Just because of the vibe of the song and the content of the song. It feels like that was probably a personal statement that releasing it probably was like an exhale of some sort. But then like you do get that, you release something and it's like,
it's like, what do you do now?
Right.
It's all the promo went into like, this is the release date. And then it's like, wait, you have to keep the life of the song going.
Right.
So
that's crazy. No, I just released a song too. And I am going through the same thing where it's just like, you do all this prep for it. And then, if you have a band around you that's also doing the promotion and everything, that's one thing. Either way, really, it's like there's all this hype that you're trying to do for this thing, and then you put it out, and then it's like there's this in your brain. You want to be like, okay, I achieved something. I put it out. I want to see how it goes, but you can't see how it goes because you got to keep doing the same shit. You got to keep like putting it into it. So I totally get that too. When you release it, it's kind of like oh man, I can't appreciate anything that I just did because I got to stay on the hamster wheel, And
at the same time, make sure that you've got some fresh content for anybody who hops on the bandwagon after this.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because it's hard to like see outside the lens of like, someone could be scrolling and seeing you for the first time.
Right. Yeah.
But this is so familiar to you because you created it and you've stuck by it for so long. And like, you've heard the song a million times recording it, but like, you have to remember that this is new to everyone else.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. You could have written it 10 years ago, and you put it out now. Well, now it's brand new. And you have to approach it like it's brand new too. And you have to talk about it like it's brand new and it's fresh. And you got to like be into it like that, which is tough. That's not an easy thing at all. Like that's, I know that you have really good videos. You have 2 videos out now that are both very good. You can tell that time went into them.
Shout out to Chris Kunachuk. He's awesome.
Nice.
He made
both videos.
He did both.
Nice. Awesome. Both videos look great. Definitely check them out. Check them out at kasperny.com, Kasper with a K. But I know that for me too, like I put a bunch of time and effort and money went into videos and stuff, and then I'll put the video out, and then something stupid that I put out that has nothing to do with that took no effort gets way more attention. And I'll just be like, why the fuck am I even putting effort into a video? Why don't I just put out lyric videos and then post videos of me falling off things? Like, why am I even like, do you ever run into things like that? Or are you able to kind of keep it like, no, this is my art and I'm making art and I'm going to make art. And no matter what gets attention or what people think or how they come in, do you kind of stay focused on that?
Kind of depends on the day. As long as it feels authentic to me, that's really all I care about. Like the whole TikTok thing is draining.
Right.
And it's just socials in general is draining. But like at the same time, I don't want to complain because there are more opportunities to be a musician
Of course.
than ever. So like
Yep.
I try and flip the narrative in my head and make it more positive. Also, this is a little sidebar, but do you guys know the channel? He's like a music business guy. Oh, it's called Bacon's Bits. It's Matthew Bacon.
Oh, I don't.
No.
Okay, I thought it was so funny because obviously you guys have similar names.
Right, yeah.
So Matthew Bacon, I think I just came across him on TikTok one day. He
Okay.
is like this like music business guy, DIY scene. He just talks about like different tips and stuff. Like for example, like he put out a TikTok on like 5 things you can do after you put out a single and you feel like you didn't put enough promo into it or something. Like he's really fantastic. And I thought maybe because you have bacon in your name at some point.
I'm gonna check him out now. I'm definitely gonna check him out now.
Yeah. No, that is not why we have bacon in the name.
Interruption.
I was gonna do the hold up, hey, but that was better.
Nice.
There's no time like today to take care of your hygiene.
Indeed.
And one of those things that can help you, if you're a man or a woman even,
Yeah.
Manscaped. Manscaped can help you with their lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah.
Their lawnmower 4.0 has skin-safe technology. It's a ceramic blade. It's waterproof. It's got a nice little LED light, so this way you can see underneath all those crevices.
Shave your privates in the shower in the dark. Don't actually do that.
Don't do that.
But you could.
Yeah, you could with Manscaped.
Because you have a light.
Indeed. And for guys, listen, the perfect package 4.0
Yeah.
is like where it's at for you guys. Because it comes with not only the lawnmower, not only the weed whacker for your ear and nose holes.
Well, we got one. So, yeah. So, bring it up real quick. What you also get, so yes, for one, you get the lawnmower 4.0, which is ceramic blades. It's not going to cut you. It's got a guard so you can, make sure that you got a trim in some spots. You got to the skin in other spots. You make sure that beanbag's shiny. We also have some
Package that beanbag in
underwear.
the underwear.
Yeah.
It's got the little ball pouch.
It does have the ball pouch.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great.
Separate. It's technology.
This right here
I like
is
this.
for when you are shaving your balls.
Yeah.
It's little placemats, so this way...
It's like a newspaper.
Yeah, but then you just you shave them, you crumple it up, you throw it away. No mess, no huss, no fuss.
Yeah.
Right? Is that?
It's
is that
also
how it
got
goes?
some. It's got some fun, funny articles in it.
It
as
does.
well,
It
so
does. It does when you read.
I
it.
recommend you definitely read it, but not while you're shaving your nuts.
No. There's the ball deodorant
Yes, I use it every day. Crop preserver.
and the crop reviver.
I don't use it every day, but I have used it plenty.
It is
of times.
pretty fantastic. You need that midday spritz.
Yep.
Just psst, psst, go for it. Freshens you up right away.
Who doesn't love a little spritz on the beanbag?
Exactly. And where do I keep it all? Well, right here. The shed, baby.
You know what? The shed is a pouch for the things to clean your pouch.
Exactly.
Right?
I use it personally for my toiletries when I travel.
You do. I've seen it.
I've got multiple. I've got a few of them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, go ahead, manscaped.com. Use the promo code BACONPOD.
You get 20% off this entire order plus free shipping. Not only can you get the Perfect Package 4.0, but you can sign up for their program where they will send you new stuff automatically.
New blades.
Every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. You decide what you need. If you need new blades every 3 months, they'll send you new blades every 3 months. If you want to check out maybe the crop mops.
I can't talk about the crop mops enough.
They're my favorite thing.
Yes.
Get those every month.
When you
anyway.
come
Just
and you
get
hang
them.
out with us and we see you and stuff like that, we always have crop mops on our person. So
Yeah, it's
make
like
sure
a
you
business
ask us.
card, but for Manscaped and not us.
Yes. So go ahead,
Yeah.
manscaped.com, promo code BACONPOD, 20% off, free shipping. Call it a day. Thank you very much.
Yeah. The bacon is in our name is from years ago. We did a show together, an acoustic show together. It was a Christmas benefit, like a Toys of Hope benefit, and neither of our bands wanted to do it. Members of our bands were just kind of like, nah, we don't feel like doing it and stuff.
Too close to Christmas.
Right, it was too close to Christmas.
Oh, it's during the day. No.
Right, yeah.
We're not getting paid. No.
Right. So neither of us have the same band members anymore.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of like, let's do it. And so I learned a couple of his songs. He learned a couple of my songs. We learned a couple of like YouTube songs that were funny
at the time. Yeah.
At the time,
Double Rainbow
was one that we covered, and so we went and did this show, and we were like, well, what do we call ourselves? And there was an interview I heard where a guy that's a professional wrestler that's a known vegan was like, yeah, I bought it. I had to buy this T-shirt that said "Bacon is my passion" and wear it around to interviews. And I was like, that's great. That's who we'll be. And we were Bacon is my passion for that show. And then we became Bacon is my podcast when we put this together.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a natural thing.
And there are some Bacon is my passion songs.
There are Bacon is my passion songs that exist on Spotify. that are
very
there,
nice.
Which is pretty funny. But yeah, so that's how we got the Bacon. None of us are named Bacon. We're probably all 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon.
Yes. Yeah.
At least.
Honestly, with the internet, it's probably more like 3 or 4 degrees.
You're probably right.
Honestly,
six is a lot.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special were probably way less than that even.
Probably way less. Yeah, that's true.
Why do you say that?
Because Kevin Bacon is an actor. He's an actor.
We have a song.
Have you seen it?
We have a song in it. Well, she hasn't seen anything.
Right.
Music's her Bacon.
It's bad. And like I recently got into a relationship, but before then, when I was going on dating apps and stuff, and just I would get asked very normal questions, like have you seen this movie? And I really haven't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't watch TV or movies on my own.
Do not feel bad about that at all. I have an ongoing list on my phone right now that's forever growing. My girlfriend has not seen so many movies. Because she's a musician. She's a singer, songwriter, guitar player for a punk band called Jackknife Stiletto. Everybody check it out. They're awesome. JackknifeStiletto.com. And she also hasn't seen anything. She's seen Jaws, Jurassic Park, and
Marvel movies,
Knocked Up, and Marvel movies, and Batman. That's it.
Yeah.
And so we have this long list of movies that my friends have contributed to, and we've all been like, you haven't seen this, you have to fucking see this, and you have to see this. And so when we have time, she's not touring right now, and so she's home. So when we have time, we're like, okay, let's grab something from the list and watch it. And so we're checking them off. So
we're working on
which is fun to do. So I would say make a list or have your new relationship, have them make a list. And
things that you need
to watch, and then take the time to do that. She's rating them and sending them back to the people that said it. She's like, this is what you said I should watch. Out of 10, this is a 4. You suck. Which is great.
That's so on brand Annie too. That's great.
Maybe you should just send me this list that you guys already made, because I feel like me and your girlfriend are already connected because we play music and we don't watch TV or movies. So
it's funny. She was sitting next to me when I was doing some of the research on you today, and I was talking about again, when I first was checking everything out, I was checking out everything Kasper, and I was like, okay, Kasper's new, so there's not a lot there. What's there is concise, and it's there to promote those things. And I was like, well, okay, but who's Michelle? What has Michelle done? What has she got going on? And as I started looking, I was like, holy shit, Michelle knows a lot. Michelle does a lot. And I started going through all the stuff you do, and she came in, and I was like, this girl plays bass, plays guitar. She's a songwriter. She does sound. She does this. She does that. She's all about music. And she was like, what's her last name? I'm going to look her up, see if she wants to join my band.
That's amazing.
Okay. Also, another sidebar. Besides mine being a metalcore band, I would love to be in an all-girl band again. That would be sick for me.
Huh? Check out Jackknife Stiletto.
Check out Jackknife Stiletto. They've got a few records out. On Blackheart Records.
On Blackheart Records, yeah.
That's sick.
Joan Jett's label.
Yeah.
They're trying so hard to put this new record out. They've had it ready. We've had boxes of vinyls in our apartment since the middle of COVID because it was supposed to come out, and then they were like, we can't do anything now, and then it just keeps passing, and now they're kind of like, what's happening?
The world is open.
What's going on?
Can
We're
we do
releasing
something?
this. Where's things going?
Yeah.
So I'll see if I can't send you a vinyl too. Let's see if we can figure
We'll
that
figure
out.
that out. We'll
That
figure
would be
that out.
So yeah, so there's a lot you need to send me the list of the movies,
List of movies.
a vinyl.
I'll send you a vinyl. Yeah.
Great.
And Annie's contact number.
And Annie's
Yeah,
Annie's
that
contact.
too.
Yeah.
I will literally follow as soon as we get off.
Yes.
Absolutely. They're great. You'll love them. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
they're awesome. Something I definitely want to talk to you about, because we talked about it in 7 questions, is Taco Bell. So a few
yeah.
weeks back, we did a whole show on tacos.
Yeah.
We do two shows a week. One we have a guest, and then another we have a
We just bullshit
a
each
topic.
other for an hour
It's great.
And
while we
and
drink.
we have that episode we had some burrito tacos,
Yes.
not from Taco Bell, but the
Mhm.
evening prior, wifey and I got the night alone, and she's like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And I said, "I don't know, let's have a few drinks, hang out." And then after a few drinks, she's like, "I'm hungry, let's get some Taco Bell." And I was like, "Yes, I'm so happy that I married you." So talk to me about what your Taco Bell order is. Like, what is the quintessential
Sure.
Taco Bell order?
Okay, so I'm going to start out with, I think you can tell a lot about a person from their Taco Bell order.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just want to get that out of the way because then I want to know your orders.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
All right.
Okay, Crunchwrap Supreme, Cheesy Gordita Crunch,
Mm.
and sort of a new addition, the Cinnabon Bites. Don't
talked
sleep
about
on
those.
those. Do not
talked
sleep
about-
on those. Yeah,
I haven't tried those.
Fire.
Fun fact. We talked about those
Yeah.
on the episode because I saw them. I was like, okay, well, it's this is a while ago. This is when they first came out. And I could either get the small pack, which is like, okay, well, I could get
Two.
the small pack and just have enough for my wife and I, or I can get the larger pack, and then if they're good, give them to the kids the next day. I was the best fucking dad ever because they had Cinnabon Bites the next day, and you could reheat them in the air fryer, and they are amazing.
Also,
Amazing.
someone should talk to Taco Bell about this though. Like, I know they have the partnership with Cinnabon for the Cinnabon Bites, but like the small is two, like two
Right.
little like donut
Sure.
holes, and the large is 12. Like, you couldn't have thrown in like a 6-piece.
That's a big difference.
Two?
Yeah, no,
versus
yeah,
12?
that's-
Like,
it's-
Give me a
because
medium.
they know you're.
you're right.
Give me a medium. What the hell?
That goes straight from kid size to super size.
Yeah. How do you go from
Yeah.
small to large?
Right.
Do you want you?
So you.
Well, do you want to feed you and still want more, or do you want way too much for just you and you have to bring them to friends?
Yeah, unbelievable.
I'm not surprised that you were like dad of the year though, because those are banging, and you obviously got the
Right.
large. You got the 12-piece.
Yeah, you got to commit. I'm never that guy when you go to a bar and they go, okay, well, what beers do you have? And they're like, you want to try it? I'm like, no, I don't want to try it. Just, I'll fucking commit.
Right.
Yeah.
I will commit.
Go all in.
So yeah, I'm that guy. But funny enough, I mean, you didn't ask what our order was, but what you gave me, what you said,
Yeah.
is the anchor of my order.
The anchor. Wait, so hold on. Do you get more than just the Crunchwrap and the cheesy gordita?
I do. It's a
We're not small
revolving
order
door.
guys. We're not small order guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I either get Fritos burrito Fritos burrito, the beef
Okay.
and Fritos burrito,
Yeah. that's
or I'll get like 1 or 2 crispy hard tacos,
fine. Okay.
plain, no, not supreme, or I'll get like a soft taco or 2.
Those are more side pieces, though, right? Like, I feel like that's a side.
Those are side pieces.
Side
The main
piece.
event is Crunchwrap. Cheesy Gordita Crunch is otherworldly.
Yeah. That's
That is literally otherworldly. Right?
Like, we don't deserve Taco Bell. We don't deserve it as a society.
Now,
we don't. We try our best to earn it.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
and Jimsy, what's your order real quick?
Well, I want to know what that says about you. What does that say about Mike? What did we learn about you?
I approve of it. I
She
mean,
approves.
you know how we were talking about the gnome thing earlier.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would question someone who doesn't like garden gnomes. But if you do like garden gnomes, I think you're pretty cool. And that Taco Bell order was right on brand. So
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's
sweet.
pretty cool.
There you go. My Taco Bell order is chicken quesadilla. I love their Chipotle ranch.
Mhm.
I think it's
Great.
amazing. I miss, and so I order on my own. I make it if I have the time. The nacho cheese chicken gordita was amazing.
Oh, I never had that.
Oh my god, I loved that. It's I mean it's a cheesy gordita, but with the nacho
cheese on
with
it.
their queso in it, which
Oh man.
is fire. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I always have to get at least one of each, a regular crunchy, regular soft. Just back to basics.
Mhm.
Just for those two. Those are like the palate cleanser.
Right. Yeah.
But like a step above a filler. Like they're not filler, they're side.
Right.
No,
step
right.
above.
Right.
Yeah, it's like when when I eat the gordita, it's like, okay, before I go to the quesadilla, let me pop a taco and cleanse my palate. And then go into this quesadilla. And then it's like the soft taco is like the aperitif. It's my finish.
Some people use lemon. Some people use lemon sherbet.
Yes.
He uses a hard taco.
I use either a hard or soft taco. Yes.
Now, before we get off this subject, I think this tells a lot about a person. What sauce are you?
Oh, this is gonna be controversial. I don't get sauce at Taco Bell.
Me
I don't do
either.
sauce.
He doesn't either.
Me either.
See, okay, so two things.
No.
One, only mild. And the reason why is because, and I explained to him, my mother, when she was pregnant with me, her meal, her go-to meal almost every night was 3 crunchy hard tacos, and each of them were doused like 3 or 4 on each taco of the mild sauce, and a Carvel hot fudge sundae. That was like her go-to meal for me. So
Which is
amazing,
amazing, but it explains nothing.
Well, I do love.
It's fantastic.
I love mild sauce, like
Yeah.
to the point where for my home, like at home taco night, like my kids get embarrassed, and I'm sure Jen gets embarrassed. Like I go to town on the mild sauce.
You
And I
just
just-
drench that shit.
and I bring a shitload home, and they're like, "That's so much mild sauce." And I was like, "Yeah, but I use
small packets.
They're small packets. I
Yeah.
use them at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, mild is my thing. But I was telling everybody a fun fact: if you missed the episode, if you take the Diablo sauce and put it and mix it with sour cream, it is a delightful tortilla chip dip.
Mm.
Oh.
It's really, really good, and the sour cream, it really dulls that Diablo, but it gives like the ghost peppery taste. Like you can actually taste the ghost pepper, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just hot shit." It's like, no, ghost pepper, there is real taste to it,
Right.
and that is it. So
Michelle, why are you not a Taco Bell saucer?
I wish I had like a good story. Like I don't have one. I don't know. I'm just plain Jane. Something we also didn't get into, which I'm surprised neither of you mentioned it either. A very popular item at Taco Bell is the quesarito.
I'm not a fan.
yeah,
What?
I had it
What?
once.
I'm not a fan.
I had it once. It's too
Wow.
much.
It's
Too much.
Okay. Also,
Okay, it's too much wrap.
I do see your point there at the end. So there's a fair amount of wrap when you want more goodies there. I get
Right,
that.
right.
But also, like, I don't know what's going on with the quesarito, because like they took it off their menu and then they were like, "Oh, but you can get it, but you have to order through the app." Like, are
Right,
you guys
it's
aware
like-
of this?
It's like that
But they
weird
have-
Starbucks menu thing. Yeah.
But they
Right.
have the cheesy burrito, so they melt the cheese on the burrito. It's basically a quesarito without the extra layer of wrap.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's like a hack, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
only
Food
the
for thought.
real.
Taco Bell hacks.
Yeah.
Little TB hacks.
Yeah, they're
Get on
they're
this
playing
level.
games with us though. They're playing games with this whole like, oh, but you have to order it through the app. I'm like, just give me my,
It's the
give me my
same-
taquito.
That's weird.
It's the same thing with the nacho cheese gordita. If you
Mhm.
ask for it, they'll give it to you. But
Yeah.
it's not on the menu.
Well, it
anymore.
was the same thing with the cheesy gordita crunch because it
Cheesy
wasn't
gordita crunch,
actually on the menu, but you could ask for it and they'd make it for you.
and it's fantastic.
I mean, I think the only thing that has ever been in a Taco Bell, there's two things on a Taco Bell menu that you can't order ever again are the Mexican pizza, which they just brought back,
Right.
because let's face it.
They're gonna McRib that. They're gonna bring it back every like.
Well,
They're
no,
gonna be like,
they
it's
brought
back for a month.
no, it's back for good. It's back for good.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Um,
I don't buy it.
But
It's fake
but-
news.
like the ingredients that are at a Taco Bell, right?
Right.
You can literally make everything that's ever been on the menu,
Right.
right? But they refused to make the Mexican pizza, which is bullshit. I don't know why. They had all the ingredients, but now they finally brought them back. But then for a little while, they're like, "Oh, well, we ran out of the ingredients." It's like, no, you fucking didn't.
Right. Right.
Stop.
Like I
stop
said,
that.
they're playing games.
Right.
They're playing with my heart, and I don't enjoy it. Taco
I want to
Bells.
know what are your thoughts on the nacho fries?
I've never had them.
You know what?
Never had them.
I'm gonna save you some heartbreak. They're not that
Okay.
good.
Mediocre at best.
I don't know why they keep bringing them back. Not that good.
They don't look fantastic.
They're not
I
fantastic.
hate to say it.
Now I will say I am such a fan of queso.
The queso's great.
Such a fan that I have done this because I am a savage trash panda.
Mhm.
I have gotten fries from another establishment and then pulled into a Taco Bell
You're down
been like-
bad.
and been like, "Yo, give me a hard taco and a side of queso." Because I
Wow.
can't just order a side of queso. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
a
not a-
maniac. I'm not a sociopath.
You're an asshole.
But I have done that, and I will say, McDonald's fries in Taco Bell queso is great.
That's
It's fucking-
fantastic.
It's fucking fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Quick reminder that this show is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Mythical Beards. Check them out, mythicalbeards.com. You can get stickers, you can get hoodies, you can get all that kind of stuff, but most importantly, you can get shit for your face.
Keep your beard fresh. Keep it clean. Keep it groomed. If it's good enough for Mick Foley, God damn it, it's good enough for us.
I'm wearing the Kraken right now.
I am actually wearing the Dracula.
Nice.
And that's why I smell like an old-time barbershop.
If you go to mythicalbeards.com and use the promo code,
Bacon15.
you get 15% off your entire order. The show is also brought to you by our good friends at GrillYourAssOff.com, where you can also get 15% off of your order of all spices, grilling rubs,
They're delicious freaking sauces.
yes, delicious sauces, all that kind of stuff. Every season is grilling season if you like to cook.
Yes.
So definitely check it out, GrillYourAssOff.com. Use the promo code.
Bacon, because it'll keep grilling season all year fucking long.
15% off with the promo code. 10% off at drinkwildbills.com, where you can get all kinds of great sodas, which we've seen lots of mixers for. So keep sending them in. Hashtag drinkwildbills. Hashtag what's your bacon. Send us your beverage options.
Of choice.
And
Yes.
also poddex.com. You can see them in another part of the show.
Yes, indeed.
But both of those, 10% off, use the promo code BACON. So
Yes.
check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you got. Use them. Find them. If you can't remember what we just said, go to baconismypodcast.com. Everything's there. Check it out. Thanks for watching.
I'm laughing that you chose McDonald's fries and not Wendy's fries.
Well, no, McDonald's.
I'm with you.
McDonald's
I'm with you,
was
homie.
next to the Taco Bell. They were neighbors.
Okay, so it's
So,
just proximity.
It was just
Okay.
yeah. It was when I went
Okay.
through, I was like, I literally as I pulled out, I was like, oh, and I had this idea in my head. I was like, I wonder if, and then I went through.
Real quick, speaking about fries,
Yeah.
do you agree? Burger King fries by far the worst, and they're fucking hollow.
They have. I haven't had Burger King so long. They have like their wedges, right? Like
No. It's like a straight up like a thin fry, but for whatever reason, they're always cold and they're always hollow.
It seems a bit suspicious. I don't know. Why are they
like
cold?
and there have been a few people who are like, "What are you talking about? Those are the best." It's like,
no,
get your head checked.
Wendy's fries
Wendy's
are the shit.
Wendy's is the best fries.
They have to be hot though.
Yeah,
they have to be.
They have to be hot. Yeah, and they're just drenched in salt. Like the next day, you're at least 2 pounds heavier. Like you're just
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You feel like the whale.
Next day, I mean, like after I finish their fries, I'm like, I'm like grabbing lip balm. Like, what the hell's what's happening to my mouth right now?
Absolutely.
I have a funny story that's connected to music and Taco Bell.
Please talk to us.
My bandmate Tom, like we do a bunch of work together. We do sound together. We have a duo together that like we do like weddings and shit. I know, like me playing a wedding. I know.
But anyway, I'll tell you right now, doesn't surprise me at all because you do everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So like we can get like dressed up and we'll do engagement parties and whatever. And so I forget what we were doing one night. I think we had band practice or something. We were doing something music related, and we part ways. And then I don't know if I called him or he called me or whatever, but we're both driving, and we had something music to go over to figure out with scheduling. And then and I know full well on my way back from this band practice that I'm getting Taco Bell. Like I know that's what I'm doing. So I pull into the Taco Bell lot, and like I don't want to disrupt our call. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna order through the drive-thru now. So like I just pull into a spot because I think we're gonna finish soon. Anyway, so like 5 minutes later or so, he pulls up into Taco Bell too.
Nice.
That's amazing.
And then he tells me, he's like, I was thinking about shit I was gonna say to you, like an excuse that I had to pause the phone for so I could order. I was trying to think of an excuse. I'm like, no, we don't need to lie to each other. We're both just fat and going to Taco Bell after practice.
I have to tell you.
I will say, I will ask, did you then both go through the drive-thru and then pull into parking spots and eat Taco Bell together and finish? Yeah. Yes.
I will never. Okay, so Jen always makes fun of me too about it. Is I don't go in, like I don't do the drive-thru unless I absolutely have to. So if it's super crazy late, if it's like 2 a.m., I have no choice. I got to go through the drive-thru. Yeah. I will always go into the restaurants to order my food because they always fucking get it wrong.
Really?
Yep.
They get your order wrong?
Drive-thru, yeah.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Taco Bell gets your order wrong?
They don't get my order wrong. Mm-mm.
They don't get my order wrong either.
Well, maybe they just hate me.
Although I have a theory.
And they're stupid fries.
It's not Burger King. It's not Burger King.
Burger King.
I haven't been there in a long time. And
everything about Burger King is wrong.
Burger King is hoopty.
Hoopty.
It's hoopty.
I'm going to use that.
That's
like
a long
that.
time.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back. I have a theory then as to why Michelle and I do not sauce our Taco Bell and why you do. And I think it's because
you're better musicians than me.
No.
I get it.
Not at all. I think it's because we're both savages, and most of the time when we eat Taco Bell, we're eating it while driving.
I'm not eating it while
or do you bring it home and then eat it? Because I don't have that kind of strength.
Oh, I bring it home.
You really
do
that? You really
I'm opening a quesadilla.
I'm fighting for my life on the park.
Balancing it on my thigh while driving with my knee. Listening to a podcast, dipping it in a queso.
Oh, so then you do sauce it. You just use fucking queso.
No, that was used for that. I just said that for effect.
Oh, okay.
I only do it with McDonald's fries. But
no,
I'm shoveling it in my face while driving.
I don't drive all the way home and then eat it. No, I'm shameful in my car. I'm eating Taco Bell in the Taco Bell parking lot.
You're eating it in your car. Yeah. So that's I think that's why we don't sauce it.
You know what's even worse?
We're literally opening and face. Like open.
You know what's even worse? Jen and I will lay towels down. We'll eat it in bed while watching TV.
That is hot.
Savage.
That's fucking hot.
So you don't think you're savage?
I can be comfortable enough with to do that.
Like, right? That's amazing.
That is what we do.
Annie would not allow Taco Bell into our bed.
It is. I mean,
It's not gonna happen.
it is oftentimes regretful because you lay down and you're like, what is? Oh, come on. Oops.
Well, yeah,
That's what the
'cause
towel's for, right?
Taco Bell
right,
Taco Bell
for the most part.
cheese. Taco Bell cheese is like Wendy's napkins. It's everywhere.
I will say,
everyone's glove box.
The worst thing.
It's in everywhere.
The worst thing to lay down on is a piece of Taco Bell lettuce in bed.
I don't even want to know what that
I don't
feels
No,
either.
it's just,
I
it's
don't
just like
either.
it's
Stop
just
talking.
yeah. Sorry.
No, that's great.
Um.
I love that. I know that. I love that you put that out onto our show.
Well, I have to.
That's great.
I have to. But yeah, that's our thing. Last time we watched a bunch of comedy specials and just ate Taco Bell. It was fantastic.
That is, gluttonous love.
Yep.
That sounds awesome. I would
It
love
does
to
sound
eat
awesome.
Taco
It is
Bell in
awesome.
bed and watch comedy.
Find yourself a man that'll go pick up your Taco Bell and go, hey, get a soda with that. And I was like, oh,
Even
I hate bringing sodas in the car, but
see,
fine.
I couldn't do. I can't eat where I sleep. And this is coming from someone that like I lived in a van. I still ate in the front seat.
How do you eat in the front seat with the fucking no?
Well, or I ate in the second row. I didn't eat in the bed.
Oh, okay, you're right. You're right.
Like you have
Understood.
some dignity, okay?
Right. I'm.
In the front
I have.
seat.
I keep it classy.
Yeah.
I keep it classy. Front seat eating in this house.
Hey man, we
In the
we
span.
put towels out for the most part. It does not bother, does not disturb the space.
Mhm.
But there has been a stray piece of lettuce once, and that's just kind of kind of weird. It's like, oh, is there a bug? Nope, that's not a bug. Nope, it's just lettuce. But yeah, it's very good. Have you ever gone to a Taco Bell cantina?
No. What is
Oh.
that? What,
Dude,
You can get booze at a Taco Bell cantina. They'll give you a margarita.
I would love that.
there's
I love
one in New York
There's
City,
one in the city. Yeah.
in Times Square.
Yep.
If you ever go to what is it called now? The Palladium now it's called. But it used to be PlayStation Theater.
Sure.
It was Best Buy Theater.
Best Buy Theater.
Yeah.
It was right up. It's right up the block from it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can, and on that little touch screen thing, you can order it, and you can get your booze.
Wow.
It's not great margaritas, but it's like
You're going to Taco Bell. It's like
Right.
saying you're getting a great taco from Taco Bell. You're getting a margarita from Taco Bell, and you're getting a taco from Taco Bell.
we're talking about booze now. Like that's
But they also
You
have
gotta-
them in.
you got to level up for booze.
They have them in Vegas too.
Yeah, they do have them in Vegas.
I feel
you
like
can buy booze
I
everywhere.
think I saw the Cantina version when I was in Nashville. I feel like that's some shit they would have in Nashville.
Oh, they would
I'm
definitely
sure.
have that on Broadway
Yeah.
kind
I
of
think
thing.
It was like
Or
one
close.
street off of Broadway because I remember walking
Yeah.
past a Taco Bell, and you know you're in Nashville when there's a fucking Taco Bell and there's a guy playing guitar in the Taco Bell with a cowboy hat on, and I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on?
Nashville. I love Nashville.
I love Nashville.
Love it.
Yeah.
If I would have moved anywhere, that's it.
I had a great
Yeah.
time in Nashville.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, we do have to interrupt
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay.
because we have.
This is your sweet segue.
It was going to be a sweet segue until you were like, "Oh, sweet."
It'll still be a sweet segue. You
right.
can't even say sweet segue.
Michelle,
Say it.
sweet segue,
Say it twice.
sweet segue, sweet segue.
Say it without a pause.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I couldn't do that if I wanted to.
Not for $1 million. All right,
Not
go.
for $1 million.
Yeah, do your
So,
yeah.
Michelle, one of the ways this podcast keeps its lights on is through a sponsor. And that's one of those sponsors, like we have a bunch of them, is Poddex. And what Poddex is they take a bunch of cards, they put them in a deck. Within each card is a question. And you can ask that question to anybody you want. And what we want you to do is pick one of these decks and then at random pick one of those cards. And it is for people who have a problem talking to people who don't have verbal diarrhea like we do. I gotta laugh. That was a good one.
That's always
Right?
gets
It
me.
always
That's always
gets
a good
people.
one. That's
So Michelle, we'd love you to pick one of these. So we've got
Sure.
the episode deck, interview deck 2. We've got would you rather, what the heck, what the fuck, and how dare you?
You remember all those? Not a chance.
No, I'm like, I know I don't remember all of them.
That's all right.
She was drawn by
But-
the how dare you.
Yeah, it happens.
You know how
It's
I
all
was like, oh, I'm sick and I'm seeing colors? I was concentrating so hard. I was like, okay, so you have what the heck, what the fuck, interview 1, interview 2.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Oh yeah, would you rather? And then I just
And how dare you?
yeah, how dare I forget that one? I think I would go with what the heck? What the heck?
What the heck? What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
This is like
Now
kind
these-
of modest. Like, what the heck? Like, not like what the
Well,
fuck.
what's interesting about these is that they can either be completely benign and like G-rated, or they can be like, "What did you just say to me?"
We literally just met via a Zoom call.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going to happen in there, so it could be either. Mike's going to shuffle those. I will tell everybody while he's shuffling that you can go to poddex.com. You can check out all these decks plus more. They come out with new ones all the time. They have an app. You can check out the app. They also sell some cool swag. They got t-shirts, and the good thing about those t-shirts is that they are soft style t-shirts, so they don't chafe the nipples, because t-shirts that are shitty with terrible iron-on graphics chafe the nipples, and it sucks. You wear them for a whole day, and it's like you hate yourself at the end of the day, and then you can't wear a regular shirt.
Right.
So these don't do that. They're good. So check it out. Fill up your cart. Use the promo code BACON
Because everything is better with
and
bacon.
get 10% off your entire order.
One thing I will say real quick about the t-shirts.
Yes.
So this is a Gildan shirt,
Yes.
right? Which are generally super heavy.
Yeah.
And also not great.
Right. That's like
why I'm wearing
local bands get
right.
Gildan shirts a lot. Don't get those.
The reason why I'm wearing this is because this is a Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt, right?
Local bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It is not chafing my nipples,
Right.
because let's take a look at what tour it was.
That's because it's old as shit.
Wow.
So what is that? Year 2000. The year 2000. Now this shirt is wearable.
Nice. Yeah. It took that
Now
long.
it's wearable.
It took that long.
Right. You
I
won't
have
get
a-
those shirts on baconsmypodcast.com.
It has to be the age of the women that Leonardo DiCaprio dates. Otherwise,
Yes.
Touche.
That is how we pick.
I love that. All right,
Uh,
Michelle.
You'll also find soft style shirts at baconismypodcast.com, where we have some very cool t-shirts you can check out in the Bacon is My Fashion section.
Right.
All right.
Even the hardcore one, which I love that shirt. I love that shirt. We're going to get beat up by Long Island hardcore kids.
We
but
will. I
it's
hope
fine.
so. I hope so. I hope they're like, what the fuck? And we're going to be like,
New York
bacon, bro.
hardcore.
Bacon.
I'm vegan. Fuck you. All right. You ready?
All right,
Let's do
he's
it.
spread them out. I am going to take the finger of power. I'm going to go from my left to my right, your right to your left. You tell me when to stop, and that will be your question. I am
Okay.
starting now. And we are moving,
okay. No, I know which one I want.
and we are moving,
Stop.
and stopping right here. All right. Okay, I like this one. Michelle, have you ever had a "this can't be happening" moment? What was it?
Oh, I have a really good one.
Awesome.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think it's good. I don't know. I'm a pretty lame person. So, I was working at a music school for many years. I was teaching there, and the original owner that I worked for at this small music school was fantastic, and I worked for him for many years. And then over COVID, he was like, "Oh, I'm sort of moving away from this business. I want to make a change. Yada yada yada. I'm going to sell the business." Okay, no problem. He sells it to this guy who is like in his 60s, and he bought the business for his son, who was 31 at the time. And his son, like, apparently, like, lost his job during COVID, but my son likes to play guitar and has a band, or had a band in college.
So he'll be
right?
great at running a music school.
Fantastic.
Oh
So
my God.
the owners are this 60-year-old man and his 31-year-old son, who are now the owners. because money's green and the transaction went through.
Yes.
So now, before he became the owner, though, the original owner was like, hey, we're in talks with such and such a guy. I'm going to call him Timmy. We're in talks with Timmy.
Oh, Timmy's a shitbag, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Timmy's not great. And he was like, and I'm going to recommend you to basically be the general manager of the music school. If you could meet with Timmy and talk about like what that might look like, that would be great. Because he didn't officially buy the business until February 1st.
Okay.
But they were like, I don't know, had some sort of agreement of sale or something like in the meantime. This was like November or so. So the sale was going to take place in a few months. So I meet with Timmy, and it's like kind of informal because like there's no HR. It's a small music school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like an informal thing. I meet him at a restaurant and I order a Coke. I have my resume and all this and that. I'm like ready to talk about the music school, yada yada. And throughout this like meeting, which is like sort of like an informal interview, he asks me if I have a boyfriend. And I'm 23 at the time. I was 23. And then he says to me, well, you know, I'm sure you want to have a family someday. And that's one of the reasons why I want you to come on board with us, because we really want to make this a successful business and yada, yada. And that was my, is this really happening moment? So I was like,
Wait.
Can I get a side of misogyny with my with my dinner?
Wait.
And-
Where did he get the like? What?
Well, I have a lot of questions.
I know.
I have so many questions.
I know.
If you want to get a family, why does that mean his company is going to be successful?
Well, so the original comment about asking me if I had a boyfriend, he goes, you don't have a boyfriend that's going to steal you away from me, right?
Oh, God.
I was like,
Oh, God.
And so I just giggled. I just laughed. I
Right.
was like, I'm not going to answer this. And you're also not allowed to ask that. So, like,
Right.
He
Not
also
cool.
might be a leader of a cult.
Right. Just punch him in the face and be like,
The
I don't
guy
need a
sucks.
fucking man.
Right.
the guy sucks. Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
was awful. They wanted me to like do things like they wanted me to like work for free, and like I was clearly a hourly
Oh.
employee. Like we
That's
didn't.
great.
Yeah, no, work for free. Like he just expected that I was invested as much as him, and I was like,
Mhm.
listen, like I come in, I clock in, I do what I got to do, and then I go home. Like I don't own the business. I don't own
Right,
that risk.
right.
Like you have that risk. But I should have known. I should have known from the interview, but I was like picking and choosing my battles. And then his son was just such a dimwit. I could dog walk him. Like he was just the son was awful. Like it's just a loser. I would just call him. He's just a loser, and his dad was a loser too. And then like 2 sentences before he asked me like about a family and all that stuff. He let me know that he was divorced recently, and I was like, oh, I wonder why.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I
You seem like such a catch.
And then he tells me like, oh, I've owned and operated many successful businesses. I'm like, is that supposed to impress me?
You know what?
Like,
I'm impressed by someone that owns and operates a successful business and they're currently still doing it.
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I should have been like, oh, are
Yeah.
those done?
I've had several businesses. How many are still
How many are there?
businesses?
Still.
And also too, like you're buying a music school, so if you want to be like sort of like a more of like a silent owner and just oversee, that's fine. But this man knew nothing about music, and his son like played guitar in a band in college. Like
Oh,
when I
that's like
met
the
him-
head of every record label right now. So.
when I met this kid, I was like, oh shit. And like the sale took place and I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm gonna have to do everything here, aren't I? I was
This
like,
is gonna
because
suck.
these two are empty suits. They don't know what's going on. But I also have a cool story about quitting there.
Even
yeah.
better. Love it.
Yeah. So like just things started piling up, like all of a sudden they opened up on like Fridays and like just assumed that I was gonna be available. Like I'm an hourly employee, dude. Like I don't own this business. Okay. Like these are my current hours. If you want to change them, we can talk about it. So he just like opens up and just assumes that like I'm gonna be there on Fridays. Anyway, a lot of shit starts going on, and like I started making other plans to move jobs. But I wasn't quite ready yet to make that jump. But I knew it was coming soon, and I was really gonna try and be professional and like end on good terms. But
Yeah.
it just was very
I love
clear.
that sentence as the beginning of a story. I was really going to try and be.
I was trying.
I cannot wait
Trying.
to hear how this goes.
Anyway, so when you work for that small business, he had everyone sign a non-compete. So like if you are teaching music lessons at our music school, that you don't have private students in the area competing with our business.
Really, you couldn't have private students?
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
And, like,
crazy.
I understand why they might want that, but anyway, that's just like a little piece.
Right.
By
Okay.
the way,
Little sidebar.
non-competes are bullshit, and they don't hold any water in court, but they are motioning to try and get rid of them. So
Right.
go on.
Love that. It's a little sidebar, but it's relevant because the thing that put me over the edge was they had suggested that I like sabotage some students and like violated the non-compete. And I was
What?
like, right. So that's what put me over the edge. So one night they call me in and I kind of like knew through chatter among the school that this was probably going to come up.
Mhm.
So I ended up like just like packing up all my things, like just in case it gets ugly, because these
Right.
people are not reasonable people.
I can make a
and
quick
I was-
exit. Yeah.
And I was right. They were coming in hot. Like they were like saying things that were definitely not true. And I was like, you know what? This isn't going to work out. So I just said, this isn't going to work out. That's it. And I stood up and I got all my things. And so now I'm walking out of the building and they're following me. And the son goes, you can't do that. That's not how that works. And so like, and I had the key to the building.
That's great.
And so obviously I need to take the key off because I'm leaving now. I'm clearly, we're done here. And so as I'm leaving, I'm taking the key off of my keychain and they're following me out. And so now I'm like 1 foot out the front door and they're still following me. So I close the door behind me and I'm like holding it as I'm trying to get the key off of my ring. And again, they're just like, oh, you can't do that. Where are you going? Real professional, yada, yada. And so then I finally get the key off and I like let go of the door and I start walking away and I just throw the key at their feet. And I'm at this point, I'm making a scene. I'm making a whole scene. And we're like in a little strip mall area. There is, there's a nail salon and there is an Italian restaurant. And I'm just in the parking lot making a scene because they're following me out. They're following me out of the building. And I was like, and also he had touched me a couple times too. Like, you just don't touch people in the workplace. You don't ever.
No.
And so, you misogynistic pig, don't you dare touch me. Don't come near me. Fuck this place. Like, I don't know where that came from.
That is fantastic.
It came from a black hole of greatness that needed to come out.
I worked at that music school for 6 years prior to that under the old owner, and he was fantastic. And I worked for the newer owner for 9 months. And I was like, this gotta stop.
Bosses make a difference.
No good.
You know, like bosses and owners make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Big time. So I want to ask you as a fellow music instructor, because I also teach music, 3 things. 1, what is the first song that you learned? 2, what is the song that you absolutely hate teaching and have taught more than any other song? And 3, what is the song that you hate teaching, but you know everybody's got to learn?
Okay. First song that I learned was Good Riddance by Green Day. I learned that on guitar.
That's good.
Nice, good one. Yep.
And it was so hard for me at the time. The strumming pattern was wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a fast song. What song do I hate teaching currently?
Just hate in general. And it doesn't even need to be taught. Like, just let it die.
Oh, Come Together by the Beatles.
Amen.
Why do they want to learn that song? It's all bass.
Yeah.
Without
Well, she
giving
might have
too
taught it on
much
bass.
away, I work for another place now that has a curriculum and it's in that curriculum heavily.
Oh.
And
I work for a school of rock, and we get all those, like, it's that classic rock thing. I teach a lot of Pink Floyd, a lot of Beatles, a lot of like
Pink Floyd, but it's all like ambient.
I can't
and,
teach
like,
money anymore.
Also there.
I can't teach money
I'm teaching money right now on bass, and it's just like
anymore. Oh my god. God,
It's
how
all
many
the-
times can I go? Okay. No, and then in the verse it does it twice. It's a bad. Just do it.
And then like watch out for the measure of 6/4. And then we're back in 4/4. And then,
Right. And then yeah. Yeah. If I never have to teach that again, that'd be great.
I get that. Yeah. And then
All right. And then the other one was what do you hate teaching, but that you know that like this everybody's got to learn this.
Seven Nation Army.
It is written down in my
It is literally in the notes right here.
With Back in Black as a close second.
Yeah.
Here we go. Your music teacher, how many times would you say
That was my
you've
question.
taught Seven Nation Army? It's in here on the notes,
in my
right
notes,
there.
in my notes.
Oh my god. Over the summer, I went and saw oh god, who was it? It was Simple Plan. It was Sum 41. I forget that venue. It's on the water, Pier 17.
Yep, Sum
Oh,
41.
Pier 51.
Sum 41 covered Seven Nation
Some
Army
Pier, yeah.
because you
And-
tweeted about it.
Yes.
I saw that tweet.
Yes. I couldn't believe that they were playing Seven Nation Army. I was like, this is my worst nightmare.
They didn't play it at So What.
No, they didn't play it.
We saw them at So What Fest, and they did not play it.
And I love Sum 41.
Maybe
Dude.
they saw my tweet.
Maybe they saw your tweet.
Maybe they saw your tweet. If so, thank you for tweeting it.
Dude, by the way,
Yes.
Sum 41 is fucking insane live.
So great live.
They're very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a rad show.
Yeah. And Simple Plan was very good too. We caught the tail end of the set. because-
I didn't like Simple Plan wasn't a band I got into when they were big. But when I saw them, I was like surprised at how much I knew just from osmosis of just being around people that were big Simple Plan fans.
Yeah.
And I was dating a girl that was a big Simple Plan fan. And it was just like when they played, I was like, oh man, they're great. This song's great. I know this song. It's great. But it was like they weren't one of those bands that I was into.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sum 41 just released a Metallica cover medley thing. And
They're insanely good.
dude, like I mean, they like way back they had this thing called MTV Icon back when MTV played music.
Right.
Yeah,
they
I
had
barely
this like
remember that.
big
Yeah.
show where Avril played Sum 41.
Mhm.
Avril covered Fuel by Metallica.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit,
It's pretty great.
I have to
Korn.
look
Like
that
this was a while ago. It's a hot minute.
Well, it was probably first record Avril.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
it was
It absolutely was.
It was Let Go Season, her first album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Limp Bizkit did Sanitarium. Korn did One.
Right. Limp Bizkit was on it, so you can tell when it was.
And yeah, that's when anybody was relevant. But Sum 41 opened up the show, and then they also brought out I think they brought out Tommy Lee for it, but they did this
Okay.
Metallica medley where they just fucking crushed it. And I was like, man, this is insane. And then now just recently they did this live thing at I think XM. And again, they just absolutely crush it. They're so good.
It blows my mind just to think of the phrase that like, oh, the Metallica icon on MTV started with Sum 41 covering a Metallica song, and they brought out Tommy Lee to play drums.
Yeah.
That whole thing just kind of like, it's like, what?
Wait, you want
What
to
did you just say with
you
your
want to
mouth?
hear it even more? It was Tommy Lee when he was in Methods of Mayhem. I had to do it while he was. Don't look up Methods of Mayhem. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It hurts.
Yeah,
If you-
I
It
was
just
like,
hurts.
I missed that one. I don't know.
Well, if you're a person,
It's fine.
that-
It's
if
fine.
you
if
read
missed it.
if you read the Motley Crue book, The Dirt, which is a great book about rock and roll and about being in a rock and roll band in the most decadent time of rock and roll bands ever, it is a really good book. But he talks about that band that he did, and he wrote all those songs while he was in jail because he was in jail for being a douchebag and pushing Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
And he would call home with his phone call from jail, and he would sing melodies and beats into his answering machine. And then
Wow.
when he came home, he put all that shit together and put out that record.
Oh, well, it shows.
I never listened to the entire record.
Sorry.
I heard one song from it and was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I did But I did read that book, and that book was fantastic because I'm a Motley Crue fan.
Yeah. I actually have it.
Fan.
I have it on my list on my my library books.
Movie, not good at all. The
fun
Netflix
fact.
movie, terrible.
Oh
Uh-huh.
God, hot garbage. Don't. If anybody ever tells you need to watch The Dirt, tell them no, I don't.
Best part about it,
Okay.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, you guys might change the way you think about me.
Why?
Why? Because Machine Gun Kelly was the best part of The Dirt.
And that's controversial.
No, he played Tommy Lee great, He was
love
awesome.
MGK.
and he played
I
drums
like
great.
him a lot.
He's
He's got some great. I have
yeah,
a
man,
cover.
love
I
it.
know it's controversial, but I'm like all about him.
I have a cover of "Forget You" sitting on my computer right now.
Great song.
See,
I still, but I like the high pitched
a cover
Halsey
that
thing.
you did of it.
Yeah.
You need someone for the Halsey part? Yo, I'm here. I'm sitting right here.
All right. Well,
I
we
sing-
might have to change that key, buddy.
I sing like a girl all the time. I try my best.
remember.
To sing like girls all the time.
Do you
Because
remember
girls
when we
have
did
the coolest fucking voices?
Do you remember when we did T Swift song?
I do. I was terrible at it.
Yeah. So let's slow our roll a minute.
Yeah, I'll pump the brakes, but
Just
I'll
like-
try. I'm a better singer now than I was then.
So you guys like don't hate MGK like I feel like the whole internet does.
Not at all.
I don't hate him.
Okay.
I feel like he started this whole like resurgence of pop punk, which is really cool to me because I enjoyed it. What I hate was the people who jumped on that bandwagon who were like, oh well, pop punk is popular now. And then what I don't like too is when people are like, oh well, he sold out and did pop punk and now he's going back to his old style. It's like, no, he did something he wanted to fucking do.
Yeah.
I liked him better. I always thought he was kind of cool. I didn't mind his like the first. I'm not huge into hip hop. I'm very selective about my hip hop.
Yeah.
So when he first came out, I was like, all right, I can dig it. It's not
He's good.
It's not blowing my mind, but it's not turning me off either. So I'm not going to turn it off. And then when he went and he did and decided to do a rock record, I was like, that's awesome because it's kind of the same way I felt about Pink, where Pink came out and put out this R&B pop hip hop record,
So fucking good.
and then
It's
was like, yeah, I've decided that I'm going to do a rock record now. Even though everyone at my label, which I'm sure Machine Gun Kelly's label did the same thing, was like, don't do that. Why would you do that? And she and he went, fuck you. I'm doing what I want to do. And nothing to me is more punk rock than fuck you. I'm going to do what I want to do. So immediately you got my respect. I'm in.
Yeah.
If the music sucked, I'd be like, music sucks. If the music's good, I don't care what your background is. I don't care how long it took you to get there. I don't care if you're an overnight sensation or if you worked for your entire life. If the music's good, the music's good.
Yep.
That's it. And he's good. It's good.
Dude,
So
we were trying to get Pink tickets.
Mhm.
They're like $400 now.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's so ridiculous.
One, I want to go to see that show terribly. But two, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or if you care, but Madonna is about to go on tour,
What?
and a tour doing all of her hits, everything. She announced it with this like celebrity truth or dare on like YouTube, where it was like Jack Black and like all these crazy people doing
What?
truth or dare with her. And somebody dared her. They were like, truth or dare. She's like, dare. And they were like, go out on the road and do all your hits. And she was like, done. And that's how she announced that she's about to go on the road and do a world fucking tour and do all of her shit. Madonna's about to go on the road. I have to go see that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I have to go see that. Like fucking Madonna.
It's wild. It's wild.
She's
Madonna.
cool. Yeah,
It's
Madonna's
fucking
rad.
Madonna. Like, there'd be no Pink. the peanut.
You're right. You're right. I guess.
You know, I want to see Pink.
I want to
really
see Pink so
badly,
bad.
Really
and,
bad.
and the worst part is like, so you know, I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids, and
That's
we're
the
trying
worst part.
No. That's not the worst part, asshole. The worst.
You
part
heard it
is-
here.
is
Bacon
that-
is a podcast.
So now we're getting our kids into our music, right? They're starting. They're old enough to like start getting into shit. So we took them to Silverstein, and they had a fucking blast, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, Josh like made a moment for them, and we met the guys from Holding Absence and stuff, and it was cool.
Oh, they're cool.
But yeah, my daughter is gonna be a fucking star, I think.
I agree.
And
100%.
she loves Pink.
100%.
And Jen went to go look at Pink tickets, and she's like, and we're not too far. We're in Long Island, so they're doing the UBC, whatever it is, the arena in Queens.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like $400 a ticket.
Yeah.
And I was like, to Jen, I was like, you need to look. Lacey needs to see that. My daughter needs to see that show, and then she'll immediately be out of her shell. But
I legit wish that Lacey was like entering her teens right now, because then we wouldn't be too old to play in her band, because she's going to be huge.
oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
But by the time she's there, no way.
Yeah, but we can still be producers. We can still be producers. We can still record, and hopefully by another 10 years,
She's awesome. She's going to be great.
by another 10, 15 years, I'll be even better at recording. So that'd be good.
I still won't be.
Are you going to be a dadager though?
A dadager.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, you know what?
You know how?
No, you know why? Because
because
this
is
Yeah.
why he won't.
you know why? Because
Because I'll be like,
do I know?
I'll be like, dude, what are you doing?
Do I know how to be a successful musician? No, I don't. I'm doing a podcast in my studio at my house. So no, I don't.
You're not
no
gonna be a
dadager.
dadager. You're not gonna be a dadager, because I'll sit there and I'll go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. I've got my jury.
I'm your
here.
conscience.
I've got my conscience here.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
no, and then he can go. I've had a little more success than you, so
Please, I'm on the same podcast.
yeah, that's true.
I'm your +1 in life.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. I like that. But
All right.
Michelle, you are sick, right?
Yeah.
And
I
you
hit
spent
this
all
symbol.
this time with us.
I hit this symbol behind me, which means that we're at the end.
Yeah, the gong. The gong has gone off. Michelle, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you,
Even though you're
guys.
sick, she is sick. Everybody,
Yeah.
she is sick.
She spent this whole time with us talking about
Ridiculous.
nothing and everything.
Taco Bell,
Taco Bell,
garden gnomes.
garden gnomes, a little bit of music.
Yeah, you know.
We
But-
want to invite you back when you're feeling good enough to have some drinks with us.
I would love
Um,
that.
Perhaps even to do a watch along of a movie.
Yeah, maybe for a watch along for a
I'm
movie.
in.
Since we got to give you, I'll send you that list. Maybe even in person.
Oh yeah,
That would be fun. Maybe we can do something in person where we can actually cheers a beverage or something like that. So we definitely would love to have you back. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank
Hope you had a
you.
good time. Hope you had fun.
Oh shit! She's not too far. We'll talk about this after. Never mind.
That's what I was
Okay,
saying. So
all right.
after we sign off, stay on for like 2
Stay on for a
seconds.
minute. We'll talk.
Okay, sounds
Figure all
good.
this other stuff out. But before we leave, please let everybody know one more time where they can find everything Kasper, where they can check out Dark Clouds, what you've got coming out next. Any news that you want to give, anything that you want to share, please share it. We're going to put links and everything in the description and all that, but please let them know right now.
Cool. The best way to find me is probably on Instagram. I'm most active on there. Kasper Music NY, Michelle E. Gorman, KasperNY.com, or just type in Kasper NY with a K into Spotify, into Amazon Music, or wherever you listen to music, and that's the best way to find me.
Awesome.
Nice. Let us know what you think of this interview. Let Michelle know what you think of this interview. Let her know also what you think of her music by staying in contact with her on all her socials. Stay in contact with us, and we'll see you next time. But remember to ask yourself
Super
every
important.
single day, the most important question
One
you
question.
can ask yourself. Just one.
Hey,
Just
Michelle,
one.
we said there was going to be a test.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that question was?
What is it?
I don't remember.
What makes your day a little bit better? What makes it a little easier to get through the hard stuff that you got to get through? For some
Bacon
people,
is my podcast.
for some people,
Well,
it's
it's not
music.
a question.
For some
dude.
people, it's music. For some people, it's video games. For some people, it's movies. For some people, it's cooking. For some people, it's listening to podcasts. For Michelle, it's definitely music. That is
Absolutely
her
music.
thing. That is her thing. That is a appetizer, an entree, a side, and a whole meal.
And a main
What is
course.
it for all of you at home? Remember to ask yourself every single day just to make it a little better.
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon? And we're back.
Yes!
She was great.
She was awesome.
Can't wait to have her again.
We talked about Taco Bell.
We
And,
did.
I mean,
does this
at length.
does it count as like 2 episodes in a row about tacos now? Then
No, because this one is happening a few weeks after the taco episode.
oh, okay. So, but
We
definitely
recorded it
2 episodes.
Okay, so peek
about
behind the curtain.
tacos.
We did talk about. So we recorded the taco episode last week.
Yeah, for our brand new second show every week, which is done quicker. It's done quicker.
Right.
It's more timely.
More timely, but
more timely.
but the people we interview is a little bit less timely. Not too not too.
We're not far off, but I mean, like this one is week of.
Right.
So if you want to hang out with the two of us and see what's on our brains
and talk about taco, like we talk about tacos
literally
in depth
at length, definitely check out Bacon's My Podcast.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday that one comes out. Wednesday that one comes out. So every Wednesday we put out a new episode.
And if you
that's
missed her,
just us hanging out.
if you missed her, what's your bacon in 7 questions? It is on the episode just prior to this one.
Yeah, we're doing all this new restructuring.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's moving stuff around.
I think this will be good. I think this will be fun.
I think so, too.
I think the people that will follow people will go, okay, well I'm gonna listen to what's your bacon in 7 questions. We're gonna get to the crux of this person. And then I want to come back, and they can come back to the same place instead of going to Strangerhood TV or their podcast streaming platform. Right. If you listen on the podcast streaming platform, you can go and you can hear what's your bacon in 7 questions and then the episode.
Yes.
Or if you watch on Strangerhood TV and you can see my non-nipple ruffling shirt. You can ruffle nipples?
Apparently.
Okay.
This shirt doesn't, so I know.
No, this doesn't.
There's a way
it only took 22 years.
Yeah.
But if you're on Strangerhood TV and you're hanging out and you're looking at this beautiful mug over here,
I have a mug.
And my face,
by Wild Bills. That's this mug.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can actually see this stuff, but it's all happening all in the same spots. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Bacon is My Podcast, putting out new shit all the time.
Let us know what you think about that. You know, we're working it. We're trying to figure it out. We're barreling headfirst into year 3.
Yeah, and we also have that second spot where it's all the old what's your bacon in 7 questions that we're still putting out there every few weeks. We're gonna put a whole bunch of batches of those. So if you haven't watched it on Strangerhood TV, go to Bacon's My Podcast presents
batch all over that shit.
What's your bacon in 7 questions?
It's like a
and we have
of 7 questions.
just a bunch of 7 questions ready to
face.
go. We have 100 and some odd episodes
in your ear holes
that are ready to go and just ready for you to listen to. So super excited about that.
Yeah, let us know what you think. We're trying to organize.
Organization.
Streamline.
We're
streamlining.
Yes.
Streamlining.
And just provide more content and more stuff for you guys.
In more places, too. If you're on Strangerhood TV, please check out all the different shows on Strangerhood TV. We got buddies that are on there. We got our buddy DJ doing the top 20 every single Thursday. We got our buddy Chris doing what's his My Five. And we also have him doing Jamming with a Stranger. We got music stuff from both of us.
Yeah, it's fun.
Check it all out. It's a good spot. Follow it and share it and all that kind of stuff. We live on that channel, as do some of our very good friends that are very talented. So if you hate this show, but you're like, you know what, I hate this show, but I'm lazy and I don't want to surf around, maybe you'll find something else on that channel.
I agree.
Yeah? And if you love us, maybe you'll find something you like there too.
Indeed.
If you do love us, hashtag us. What's your bacon?
Yep.
Hashtag us. Bacon is my pod. Stay in the conversation in all those
podcast
places.
hashtag.
Yep. Check us out at baconsmypodcast.com. Again, that'll give you all of the most updated sponsors and deals and specials that we do. We're always trying to do things to help you guys save some money. Besides that, we're always trying to do things to try and help us make some money. So check out Bacon's My Fashion and buy yourself a t-shirt because it helps us out. If you are one of our patrons on patreon.com/baconismypodcast, thank you. You are the shit. And we will be continuing to give extra content, new and special and different content,
Fun watch-alongs,
live things,
yeah,
ad-free episodes, all that stuff for you coming, and we're going to be doing more and more and more, so keep it up, check it out. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. If they want to get a hold of you personally, where can they do that?
Personally, at me, my own self, Mike, on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I don't really interact on Twitter much.
Right.
Personally, but for the band, I'm also in a band called Something Heavy.
Yes,
We've
you
got
are.
a new single coming out in a couple of weeks.
It's awesome.
It is called Circles.
It's awesome.
Don't get their hopes up.
My hopes are up.
But hopefully we should have a lyric video on Strangerhood TV soon enough.
It'll be there
We're
by
gonna
now.
work. Yeah.
It'll be there by now.
Yeah. No, not yet. Like, we're going to put the
Next
single
week.
out, and while we put it out, we'll put the... Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that is going to happen. Also, check out Bacon is My Passion on the Spotify's.
Yeah.
Because we've got some songs out, and we should definitely put some more songs out.
We should put more stuff out.
Kept saying, like, you got songs, well, you should fucking do it.
We have like a record.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
We have like a whole record we wrote together. We should definitely put that out. So let's do that. Maybe we'll even put some of the recording process on the Patreon. So check that out. If you want to stay in touch with me, Jimmy G, you can find me at Jimmy G's Shoes on all the socials. Check out my band Craving Strange at cravingstrange.net. Let me know what you think of our newest single, Mean What You Say. It's been out for a little bit.
It's good.
Thank you.
It's good.
Thank you. Let me know what you guys think. Shoot me a message at any of those places or right here at the Bacon is My Podcast section of any social media platform that you know of or use.
And always remember to ask yourself one super important question.
I think it's the most important question.
I
ask myself every day.
Every day.
Honestly. Because sometimes it changes. Right? But today, think about it. While you're sitting there right now, I want you to clear your mind. Close your eyes, unless you're driving. And think to yourself.
That'd be bad.
Think to yourself. What is it that makes today a little bit better for you? What is it that makes your ride to work a little bit better? Maybe it's us. What is it at this moment or the next moment or later
Right
on
now
that makes everything just a little bit better? What is it?
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon? World peace.